This is Will Nunziata, New York City-based director and creator of theater, television, and film. And today I am thrilled to be speaking with the acclaimed music producer, educator, and multi-instrumentalist, the one and only Sasha. But before we get to our interview, here is a sneak peek at the incredible talent of Sasha. Hi, Sasha, how are you?
I'm good, how are you?
Sasha, doing so much better now that I'm speaking with you, and I'm so excited. The audience got a little sneak peek of your amazing talent. And Sasha, I love that you are an unapologetic multi-hyphenate. You do it all, whether you're producing, whether you're teaching, whether you're playing all of the instruments and creating great art. I want to know, first and foremost, Sasha, where were you born and who were your musical influences growing up?
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. I was born in New York City, New York, but I have kind of a multicultural background. I was raised in Vermont and the Dominican Republic. So my parents actually got me into music. My dad is like an artist and singer. He does like merengue and salsa and bachata and all that stuff. And then my mom is a piano player from Vermont. And she just like sat me at the piano and I just kind of started like playing notes, and I was really interested in it. I would listen to like Super Mario and I was like playing the theme song and I was just like super into it. So I would have to thank my parents for really making that step to get me into it. They were always playing like really cool stuff around the house. So I have like a really kind of crazy mix of different music genres and influences that made me who I am today and gave me that soundscape that I use in my music.
I love that fusion. I mean, I can just even imagine like the merengue, the piano, you have New York City, the hustle bustle, you have Vermont, kind of like the cool and the calm. And then literally because I played Super Mario growing up. So was this one of the themes? Bum, 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 bum.
Yes.
Bum, 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 bum. You're welcome. But listen, Sasha, that's amazing that you had supportive parents, and also obviously music is in your bone marrow, you know, and I want to know, was there a moment later on in life, like an aha moment where you were like, oh my God, I want to do this. I really want to go after this.
For me, I'm really lucky because it was really natural. It was like, okay, I'm not trying to sound pretentious, but it was just like music made sense to me in school and in piano lessons. And, I did the trumpet and stuff like for orchestra. Like it just always made sense to me as a kid. But in school, I'm like, kind of having trouble with other things. And this was just like, it didn't feel like work to practice.
Yeah.
They didn't have to force me into it. It was all I wanted to do. Like it just made sense. So when it came around to like think about college, I was like, oh, I'm doing music, like duh. I mean, what else am I gonna do? Like it was all I wanted to do since I was really young, and they never had to kind of ask me about other things I wanted to do. I definitely have other interests, but I knew for sure like music is what I want to do. I even started teaching little kids like in the town when I was in high school. It was just always there in my life. So I really don't know kind of any other way or any other thing I would have done. Just music. Yeah. Like you said, it's just like in my soul. It's always been around me, and it's definitely just, I think, kind of what I was meant to do. So I'm very happy with that choice I've made for my life. Yeah.
That's amazing, Sasha. And you literally were probably looking at my sheet, because my next question was, I want to know that in addition to not only you being such an amazing multi-instrumentalist and also a music producer, but the teaching, the fact that you get to give away the tools in your tool belt to kids. That must be so gratifying. Was it during high school when you did those when you had those teaching moments that like laid the breadcrumbs for what would later become more of, later part of more of your career?
Yeah, and even just like with my friends for fun, just sitting them down and they're like, oh, I can't play, and then I get them to play like a song and they just look so happy and so excited, and I just love to get everybody into the music. Sorry. Also, I just love to play music. It just makes everybody feel better. It's kind of like from a therapeutical sense.
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah, I just think music is just good for the soul. It's good for everybody. I think if there was more music, people would get along better. It's a way to bring everybody together. So
absolutely, it's a universal language,
exactly.
And that's why I'm excited that you're joining this platform, because 600 artists I've already interviewed in the past few months, whether it's Japan, China, Australia, New Zealand, London, New York, LA, there's a universality to not only music, but also there's a universal need right now with artists now more than ever, and it's that need to connect and collaborate. And before I get to my final question, I want to let everyone know, for more on the incredible Sasha, you can read more about her right below this video. Sasha, I'm curious to know, with your music producer hat on, is there anything that you were able to work on during the pandemic that isn't released or out there yet that you're excited to eventually release, or maybe some things that you've been working on that you maybe want to give us a little, I don't know, sneak peek about?
Yeah, for sure. I was finally able to switch gears during the pandemic. Like, teaching kind of was just not my priority at the time because of everything going on. So I was finally able to kind of sit down more at my computer and get back into the music. And I think we all kind of probably got in a weird space during that time, maybe a dark mental space. So for me, that was kind of an outlet. I was going through a lot, and I just love to sit and just like get in the zone and just let that take me away from whatever was going on in the real world. So it was definitely a great outlet for me. Yeah, I've done a lot of remixes, like stuff from the 2000s, like hip hop stuff like that. I love to take samples from that, and it's kind of in right now. Now the 2000s are in, which is,
oh my God,
so weird for me.
By the way, Sasha, what you're talking about, so many artists are doing, like literally I've spoken with so many artists who built literally like their own little like production studios in their homes or in their basements. And literally these samples right now, going back to like those early 2000, like, In Sync, Britney Spears, you like, forget it.
Yeah, I know. It's so weird because I don't know. I'm a millennial. I'm a 90s kid. So it's like.
Me too.
Yeah.
That's
I'm
our
93.
nostalgia. I think we're all leaning back into like what I call the music that is kind of our security blanket. I think for millennials like us, it's like that beat, that rhythm, it's a comfort. And I think we need that now more than ever.
Yes, exactly. You totally get it. I just keep going back to it. I'm like, why does this just feel right? It just feels like home. It just sounds like something so familiar and comfortable to me. So yeah, I've been using a lot of like samples from that time, which sounds crazy, that time, because I guess we're kind of getting a little old. Not really, but
Sasha, no.
Yeah, I just yeah, so I've kind of been exploring samples from that time, because I've used samples from all eras. I've used like orchestra sample. I've even sampled Ravel from like the 1800s. Like, I've sampled all times, but lately I've been really focusing on that. It just feels good. I'll either take just the acapella, or maybe there's a part of the instrumental I like, and then I'll put that on the beat. I'll do my own chord progressions and stuff, but I'll just take like a sample or a moment or a cappella that I really like, and infiltrate that into the beat. So that's kind of what I guess I was doing during the pandemic, just kind of, like you said, comforting stuff. that just brings me to a place where everything was good, like pre-pandemic. Had no idea this would ever happen, had no idea what it's like to be an adult, like just takes me to a good place, the 2000s. So I will definitely link kind of some recent stuff that I've been working on during the pandemic for sure. Yeah.
Amazing. Well, Sasha, I know I speak on behalf of everyone watching. I cannot and we cannot wait to hear and see when in that release is going to happen and everything that's going to be coming out for you. I love the fact again that you are such an amazing unapologetic artist with a capital A. And I am so grateful for your time today. And I'm grateful that we're connected now, Sasha. Thank you so, so much for your time.
Cool. Thank you so much.